Now it is my privilege to humbly request our chief guest, Dr. Lakshmi Kumari, to come up on stage. Prabhradika Bhavani Pranamataji, Secretary Sri Sharada Math and Ramakrishna Sharada Mission, Guntur, Andhra Pradesh. Prabhradika Nirvik Pranamataji, Assistant Secretary, Ramakrishna Sharada Mission, Siriti, Kolkata. Sri Arun Ghosh, Art Consultant, former Head of Conservation, Victoria Memorial. এদের ডেকে নেব তাদের চন্দন দিয়ে বরণ করে নিতে। মেয়েদের চন্দনের টিপ পরানোর পর প্রব্রাজিকা নিখিল প্রাণামাতাজি বরণ করে নিচ্ছেন আমাদের চিফ গেস্ট ডক্টর লক্ষ্মী কুমারী এবং আমাদের আরো তিনজন স্পিকারদের। I now humbly request our chief guest, Dr. Lakshmi Kumari, to share her thoughts with us. Thank you, Madam.
Shri Ramakrishna Charano Manasa Smarami Shri Ramakrishna Charano Vachasa Granami Shri Ramakrishna Charano Shirasa Namami Shri Ramakrishna Charano Sharanam Prabhadye Jananim Sharadam Vande Ramakrishna Priyanugam Sachit Sukhasurupam Tam Devakaya Samudyatam Brahmacharya Vradi Dandi Sarva Vedanta Pandita Srimad Viveka Yogi Mam Prachodayadu Sarvada. My pranams to the great souls of Sister Nivedita and Sister Christine. My pranams to most revered Bhakti Pranamataji and dear and most revered Amla Pranamataji, who are behind the program but not able to come here. Pranams to all those great Madajis of Ramakrishna Sharada Mission for organizing such a wonderful program. Pranams to all the devotees of Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Sharada and Vivekananda. I am too overwhelmed at this honor conferred on me to speak on this August occasion. I asked when Mataji was taking me round, who gave the thought to call me all the way from there. Then she said, Holy Mother. What more can be there? I have been given at least in the letter which came to me, the topic was Nivedita as a world mover. When I was seeing the exhibition, the project there, I was surprised to find Swami Vivekananda's Chicago Post photo, which was the photo which attracted me to Swami Vivekananda way back in 1948 when I was a child of 12 years old. Then I saw the great book, Master as I Saw Him, and that was the book which confirmed my devotion and surrender to the great Master. Nothing happens without the will of the great Almighty. Somewhere there must be a link And I am grateful to God Almighty for this wonderful chance given to me, which is very, very rare in one's life. Anyway, let me go to the topic without wasting much time, because it is a very thoughtful topic. Nivedita as a world mover. So I started thinking, which world did she move? Did she bring the British Isles closer to Indian territory? Did we bring the British people closer to Indian people? Then I started my meditations. What could be the world which she moved? So for that, we have to go into her life. Her life, till she met Swami Vivekananda, was the world centered in the ephemeral, in the ever-changing world of names and forms, of happiness and sorrow, of gains and losses, unstable, ever-changing. The only panacea was the religion she believed in, but unfortunately, it was also jogging on the dualities of worldly existence. How to move this world of dualities into the world of one absolute truth, that was her search. Human beings mostly take it for granted that this swinging up and down is the real life, and with their inner eye tightly closed and outer eyes widely opened, plunge into their lives' ups and downs. But that was not to be the Irish lady teachers Margaret Noble, who wanted something really noble, elevating and eternal. From the many to the one, probably that was her ideal. In a way, it was a move from the ephemeral to the eternal, the path of the Indian sages, who were real world movers in their understanding, who moved the material from untruth to truth, darkness to light, death to immortality. This fascinating world-moving idea, the three keys to the understanding. What are the three keys to the understanding? Asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityormam amritangamaya. These are the three keys by which we can open up the world of Sanatana Dharma. And when she listened to this, uttered by a sage who has himself realized this in his life, there was no return. Her world started moving from the ephemeral to the eternal. Ishavasamidam sarvam yatkinjil jagatyam jagat. She had never heard of such a thing, that the whole world is covered by the divine. It was impossible to believe. In the circumstances in which she lived and in the religion which she followed, it was impossible to think that the whole world is God-oriented, God-filled. No, I have to leave this place. I have to seek shelter somewhere. It is not possible to live this life of a godly-oriented vision in the present world of a teacher teaching some students and a religion of Sunday, standing up, sitting down. She had to move, and that is what brought her to India at the trail of Swamiji. In her own world of day-to-day struggle for existence, this managing the contemplation of the many into the one, it was not easy at all. And absorbing the truth of the utterance of the Guru Swami Vivekananda, she followed the trail to the land of rishis to realize for herself the truth behind the names and forms, to realize that oneness in the many. And that is how she turns into a world mover, into a leader, into a visionary, into a missionary. into a patriot, and above all, like her great Guru, a servant of the poorest and the poor. She comes to this Punya Bhumi to finish the rest of her life. All her life experiences can be summed up into her search for truth in the art of science, service, education, politics, in the service of mankind. Everything can be summed up in that one word which Swamiji loved so much. What is that word which we have lost from our lives, because of which we are all suffering? That one word, Shraddha. For me, Nivedita is the epitome of that Shraddha. What made her take up this hazardous effort of moving the world closer to truth? That is where she stands head and shoulder above us, for that awakening of the Shraddha in her, like the Nachiketas. And what brought her to India? What made her so concentrated in that Shraddha? That also we must understand. There was a deep anguish in Swamiji's heart, and the ignorance and neglect in the ordinary men and women of India as regards the inimitable golden path to glory that our great seers have formulated for the evolutionary upliftment of the human life and its cosmic importance for all the well-being of the whole universe. What was the pain and anguish in Swamiji's mind, which Nivedita so totally and unquestionably absorbed into herself? For that, we have to look at Swamiji's words. I will come to that a little later. Before that, let us implant in our mind that Shraddha which brought her to India. What is the definition of Shraddha, what Swamiji gives? Shraddha may be defined as absolute unflinching faith, truth in oneself and one's own convictions, combined with a firm determination to work hard to realize it in one's life, whatever be the price one has to pay for it. Imagine the price sister paid for it. It is such faith that makes the impossible possible. It is people endowed with such unshakable Shraddha that have achieved the most difficult and valuable things in the history of the world. And that is the Shraddha which she brought with her. When you think of Nivedita, when you contemplate on Nivedita, and when we meditate on Nivedita, I would like all our youngsters, especially the youth of India, who have lost this Shraddha in our great tradition and culture, to concentrate on just that one thing. When I saw that exhibition, I was thrilled to find the Shraddha which has gone into the picking up the objects, presenting it, making it absolutely as it was in her time, but fitting into the modern. What a wonderful concept. Sharda Mata deserves the adoration of the whole of India for creating this. Can I give pranams, or shall I ask you all to applaud it? Such a wonderful thing they have presented to the world. And what does it sum up? Let us go to Swamiji's word, and that is with those words I would like to conclude. Shall India die? What pained her? The pain in Swamiji which she absorbed into herself, felt in herself, worked for herself. That pain we will all have to carry now to make India once again the Jagat Guru of the world. Shall India die? Then from the world all spirituality will be extinct, all moral perfection will be extinct, all sweet-souled sympathy for religion will be extinct, all ideality will be extinct, and in its place will reign the duality of lust and luxury as the male and female deities, with money as its priest, fraud, farce and competition its ceremonies, and the human soul its sacrifice. Such a thing can never be. That is what we have to give to India. This is what pained Nivedita, and she gave her whole life to India. Each one of us who has seen that exhibition and who is remembering Nivedita, contemplating on her work, her life, her sacrifices, we have to absorb unto ourselves this pain of Swamiji, the pain Swamiji felt for India getting destroyed by our ignorance, by our neglect of her philosophy, her tradition, her culture, her dharma. And I hope and pray that this wonderful exhibition will come as a reminder of these great words of Swamiji. And let us all, as we go from here, absorb that pain of Swamiji, the sacrifice of Nivedita, and dedicate ourselves to make India once again a living model for the whole world to follow. Thank you.
To Dr. Lakshmi Kumari for enlightening us and reminding us on what Swamiji wanted from us and how Sister was a world mover. And thank you so very much for liking the museum and encouraging us. This has been a much awaited occasion as years have gone by into declaring 16 Boshpara Lane as a heritage building, to its being restored and finally being turned into a Personalia Heritage Museum. Though not today, when you visit this museum, we hope you shall find history coming alive. But this is not the end. Sister Nivedita's wish and vision will certainly see light in Nihar, Nivedita Institute of Human Advancement and Research, which is to come up in the adjoining building number 17, and a few more that are being acquired for this purpose. Here are eminent speakers who will reveal to us more about the house that